Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as it's Saturday, the 24th of May, 2025, and tonight was WWE Saturday night's main event. And I'm going to say, not the best of shows because Zelina and Chelsea sucked, but overall, I had a good time with this show. Probably the fastest 2 hours of wrestling I've watched in a very long time. Like, this show flew by quickly. So, lots to talk about. We had two returns with two big angles. We got a new man with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. We got a huge tag team match set up for Money in the Bank. We got a lot going on. We got a lot to talk about. Let's do it. I want to say thank you for joining us here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited. YouTube.com/PWU Unlimited. Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Or if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can help us out by hitting that donate button down below. You do that, or you can donate. I was trying to speed through and get all that before I coughed. Let me start that over. You can help us out on Twitch by hitting that donate button down below or donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel, one of two different ways. You can be like Esports Gaming Rules has done for 35 months and subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you got Amazon Prime, you got Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and you always get one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. I greatly appreciate it if you did right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also remember, for the next 5 weeks, you got Amazon Prime. You can watch NASCAR. Cup Series is on Amazon Prime for the next 5 weeks starting this weekend. So there's another perk. Pay for Amazon Prime. You got Amazon Prime Video. You get to watch the NASCAR races for the next couple of weeks. Also, remember, you can help us out over on YouTube. You can help us out over there by hitting that subscribe button. That way you know we post new videos. That way you know we go live. And that way you know we post to the community tab. Also, remember, you can help us out by hitting the join button and getting a lot of cool perks for yourself. You get a badge. You get emotes and emojis you can use in the live chat and in the comment section. You get the $1 tier, access to our graphics tutorials, which right now you do have access to the latest one we put up, that is, our Backlash graphics tutorial. Next week, we'll be putting up our Money in the Bank's in a couple of weeks. Next week, we will be putting up our Saturday night's main event graphics. So you'll get that tutorial. Then the following week, you'll get WWE Battleground. Then the following week, you'll get maybe, I gotta see how the weeks lay out, but then maybe Money in the Bank. I gotta see how it all lays out. But if you're at the $5 tier, yeah, you get the tutorial, but you also get the graphics package. So that way, either A, you can dissect our graphics, our Photoshop files with all the assets available, or B, you have all the assets to fully follow along with the actual tutorial and don't gotta go out and find your own comparable assets. So again, you do have access to our Backlash graphics and all that right now for members. Next week, we will be putting out our Saturday night's main event graphics. So if you like what we do, maybe you want to use something similar, you want to learn from me, because again, something I could do that no other wrestling channel is doing, teaching you an actual trade that you can actually go out and make money with. So just saying, for a couple of dollars a month, I can teach you something you can then make money off of. Who else in the wrestling space on YouTube and Patreon and all that is doing that? Nobody but me. Also, remember, you can help us out by donating a super chat in the live chat to get your comment, question, or concern read live on the air. And don't forget to head over to the Epic Game Store. Head over to the Epic Game Store and buy something. Whether you're buying a new game, whether you're buying an old game, whether you're claiming a free game or getting bucks from Rocket League, Fortnite, or Fall Guys, use this code right here, PW Unlimited, at checkout, and you will be supporting us at no extra cost. Right now, till June 12th, they got their mega sale going on, which is also, I think it also gives you even more. So you get, when you buy something on the Epic Game Store or through Fortnite, Rocket League, and Fall Guys on any platform, you get 20% back to your Epic Game Store, like your credits in your account on the Epic Game Store. Well, I think you're going to get even an extra more percentage back if you get in and buy something off the mega sale. Well, that's really cool. Also, remember, in Fortnite, got the brand new customizable Mandalorian skin. Customize the colors and decals on your Mandalorian's helmet, pauldrons, torso, and legs to fit your style. Use code PWU NLIMITED again for all Epic Games and Epic Game Store purchases. But as far as Saturday night's main event goes, show kicked off with the pretty big. Well, first off, let's get into Esports Gaming Rules. Got some bit donations here. Let's go first. He says, I enjoyed SNME from Tampa, and Jesse Ventura just won't shut up and got on Pat McAfee's nerves. He got on everybody's nerves. And then he freaking, not only did he get on everybody's nerves, he also freaking, what's where I'm looking for? Buried Damian Priest's win. Oh, you gonna walk out the cage? Can't even climb over the top? That's the coward's way out. Coward. I'm like, what the fuck? We'll get into Jesse not shutting up later. He also says, Cody is back. He wants revenge on John Cena. And the first step is a tag match that will be, yes, I get your question here. We'll read all that later. So do you see the governor of Florida, Ron, got booed before the show? No, I did not see that. I didn't even know he was there. I was a little busy before the show started because this biggest weekend, one of the bigger weekends for motorsports, had a huge race at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Xfinity Series. Goddamn William Byron on that late restart. Congratulations to the 17 Hendrick Motorsports team and William Byron picking up a big win. Feel bad for Justin Allgaier into finishing third. Anyways, is this WWE NOLA drama and WWE Vegas rumor is just wild? Do you think Vikingo will be AAA Mega Champion when he's facing Chad at WWE AAA Worlds Collide? So, expose Chad Gable as Americano. So, we can talk about that right now. Sure, we'll get into that right now because they announced that later, but we'll talk about it now. So, they announced the second match for Worlds Collide, which it's just a free YouTube show. It's not like it might be on Peacock, I would assume, but like they've promoted this twice now, live on Peacock or live on YouTube in both English and Spanish. So, okay. Anyways, second match was announced, Vikingo versus Chad Gable. And everyone goes, oh, no Americano? I think Chad Gable could be working two matches. I think Chad Gable's working double duty. I think both Chad Gable and Americano were both on this show. As far as Vikingo being the champion, we know not long before that show happens, he will be challenging Alberto Del Rio, El Patron, whatever name he's going by now, for the Mega Championship. So there is a very good chance Vikingo is the champion going into Worlds Collide. I think there's a better chance than not. I won't say I think he's winning the title for sure because I don't know. I don't follow AAA and I don't know exactly what the plans are right now with everything so in flux with the WWE purchase. But especially with WWE wanting to retain Alberto, that's weird. But regardless, it'd be nice if they put that title on Vikingo and he walks in as the champion, and then they announce, oh, it is for the Mega title. That'd be cool. Chad challenging for the Mega title. But they're not going to say that now until he wins the title. Not to, WWE's not going to spoil that. But I think Chad Gable works two matches and Americano faces Penta in the main event, like a mass match or something. Okay, Vision says, does AAA have a TV deal? I'm pretty sure in Mexico, not in America, but that's WWE's goal. Get them one in America on some network. Whether it's Univision, Telemundo, or an American-speaking network. So two matches have been announced for that show so far. Actually, we could just talk about it now. Other shows getting announced and stuff. WWE did officially announce that the weekend of All In, they're running three shows. They're running in Atlanta on Saturday night, July 11th or July 12th, head-to-head with All In, Saturday night's main event. And I can see a couple of things happening on that show. Like I can say 99% guarantee that's Goldberg's final match, probably Goldberg and Gunther on that Saturday night's main event. But I can also see, because they're in Atlanta, because they want to combat All In, I can see that show having Cody and Cena for the title on a Saturday night's main event. Cody and Cena in Atlanta in Cody country. Now, I don't know that for sure. I don't know that, for certain or anything. I'm not going to put a percentage on that, but it's something I can see them doing because they want to get as many people watching that show instead of the AEW show. They want to get as much media to come to that show instead of AEW show. They want to get as many fans to fly out and go to that show than the AEW show. I mean, I've heard there's a joke that was made once backstage. I heard of. I didn't hear it per se, but I heard someone say that there was a joke at one point in the last year. Nick Khan gets his rocks off when he can shove it to Tony Khan. So, just saying. But so we got that. But then the next night, in the same building, State Farm Arena, Atlanta, Georgia, July 13th, Evolution 2 has officially been announced. An all-women's pay-per-view, the second one they've ever done. We don't know if this is just the second one for shits and giggles or if it's going to become a regular thing. We do not know if we're going to get this every year annually going forward. We have no idea on that. We don't know what the plans are as far as like, okay, how many NXT women, how many main roster women, are we getting AAA matches, are we this and that? So, so all we know is, and I'm not done because there's another show that was announced as well, but what we know, Saturday night's main event, head-to-head with AEW. Sunday night, Evolution 2. But then they also announced and didn't give a date or time for NXT Great American Bash in Atlanta. And think about what they're doing on June 7th. 2 shows on the exact same day. So I can see these sons of bitches running 2 shows on that Saturday, July 12th. The NXT Great American Bash Atlanta in the middle of the day, early middle of the day, and then Saturday night's main event, just like they're doing with Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank in LA on June 7th to try and combat AEW and their biggest show of the year, which, let's see. I want to see something. I haven't checked their ticket sales for that show recently. Last I saw, they were under 20,000. No, WrestleTix. I don't know when the last time WrestleTix has updated this either. All in 2025. May 19th is the last time they've updated. Distributed 15,000. Set it for 18,000. So they're not even still set up for half. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But regardless of all of that, WWE is running 3 shows in Atlanta that same weekend. And we'll see what that means. Again, they did not give a date or time for the NXT Great American Bash show. I can see that being early in the day on what's it called? Early in the day on that Saturday. So that way WWE has 2 shows back to back going ahead of AEW. Or going head to head with AEW. Excuse me. So we'll see. I don't know. But it's just WWE, again, doing things to try and go up against and hurt All Elite Wrestling and Tony Khan. As far as this show does go, it did kick off with a tag match. And I'm going to say it right now. I don't think I've ever heard. So Seth comes out, Braun Breaker comes out, Sami Zayn comes out. Sami's entrance ends, and the crowd's already chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Now, people say that Stone Cold Steve Austin got some of the biggest pops in all of pro wrestling history. His music would hit, you'd hear the glass break, and the crowd would go wild. I don't think, and how do I say this? Not that I've ever seen. How about that? I've never seen a crowd chanting, Austin, Austin, 316, 316, whatever you want to say, before his music even hits. Now, maybe they did, and I just never saw it or don't remember. But it's like, Punk is rivaling, and it's like these pops are getting bigger and bigger. Punk is rivaling some of the biggest Austin pops ever. It's crazy. It's crazy. But before this match did start, Joe Tessitore actually opened up the show, and he had the unannounced Jesse the Body Ventura with him. Jesse Ventura was a quote-unquote co-host / commentator for this show. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee were on the call, but then Jesse Ventura joined them for the cage match, which holy fuck. As far as this tag match does go, CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. All 4 men enter the ring. and a brawl broke out. Before the bell could even ring, there was just a lot of chaos, I guess you would say. Punk and Zayn cleared the ring as the match finally kicked off, with Zayn and Rollins starting things off. Breaker tagged himself in, with Zayn slumped over the commentary table at ringside. He then hit a very powerful clothesline that sent the Canadian over the table, and then we head to a break in the action. We return, and even if you're watching on Peacock, you still get the breaks, which sucks. You would think, oh, watch on Peacock, maybe they don't do nope, they ain't Netflix. So we return, and Rollins and Breaker were working over Sammy in their corner. Breaker dropped Sammy with a suplex as he then did his push-ups to taunt him. Breaker, that is. Rollins would tag in and try to continue the momentum, but Sammy actually avoided some of this and tagged in Punk. Punk then went to work on Rollins and attempted a GTS, but it got countered. Punk pulled out a Code Red out of fucking nowhere. Holy shit. Like a good-looking Code Red, too, which got a 2 count. He then took down Rollins with the Bulldog while simultaneously clotheslining Breaker, who tried to interfere. There's a diving elbow by Punk that appeared to lead to a GTS, but Breaker pulled Punk away, or pulled Rollins away, and caused a distraction. This then opened up for Punk. He went for a pedigree. He got a pedigree from Rollins, and Zayn broke up the 2 very, very close to the 3. Like, holy crap, close. A Breaker then tried to intervene, but Zayn threw him out and Zayn threw him out of the ring and then hit a springboard moonsault to go to another break. As we come back, the action continued with Rollins and Punk mixing things up in the ring as the two attempted to hit their big moves, but to no avail, they got countered. Double clothesline from both men took each other out as they tagged in their respective teammates. Zayn caught Breaker napping with a springboard DDT. He appeared to have Breaker in position for a haluva kick, but Rollins held on to Zayn's... No. Heyman. I wrote Rollins. Heyman grabbed the boot to kind of slow him down there for a second. Punk then took down Rollins with a dive to the outside after an exploder suplex. Oh, no, okay, I wrote this wrong and I got it mixed up. So Rollins did slow him down once, then Heyman slowed him down on a second attempt. And so as the referee is looking over at Paul Heyman going, hey, I saw you interfere, don't do it again. All of a sudden, we hear, oh my God, camera cuts, and there's this big guy laying on Punk, and he speared him through the barricade. And I go, JC Mateo? What the fuck? Who the who? He gets up, and it's not. It's freaking Bronson Reed. Yeah, Bronson Reed's back. Bronson Reed had leveled Punk through the barricade into the timekeeper's area. All of this kind of distracted Sammy. Breaker hit Sammy with a spear and pinned him to pick up the victory. So Bronson Reed is back, and we know he's had history with old Seth Rollins. He gets into the ring, and Braun Breaker immediately bows up to him, pulls down the straps, and Seth's like, I got this. Watch out. And Bronson's like this, like, oh, I'm going to fight you again, Seth. Oh, and then Seth's just, brother, and gives him a big old hug. They embrace. He raises his hand. Heyman raises his hand. They raise all their hands. There's a 4-way now. There's a foursome. It is now Paul Heyman with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. I actually like it because in a way, Bronson Reed should be mad at CM Punk. Because CM Punk pulling Roman Reigns off of the table caused Bronson Reed to have a slight hiccup in his dive, his tsunami off the top of the cage in War Games, and that causes injury. But technically, you can say Punk caused Bronson Reed to not do his dive properly because he distracted him on the jump, I guess you would say, led to the injury. So now he's going to want revenge on Punk for injuring him and having him out of action for 7 months, 8 months, whatever it was. So I like this. I think this works. Makes sense. It'll all play into whatever's playing. And now we just need Roman back, whenever that is. Esports Gaming Rules says, I got back on Amazon Prime Video. I'm going to check out NASCAR. And did you see the Dale? Oh, trust me. That Dale Earnhardt documentary, Earnhardt, on Amazon Prime. They dropped the first 2 episodes on Thursday. You know I watched it as soon as they dropped. And they're good. Really good. The editors combed through 10,000 hours of footage for this show, for this documentary. And some that nobody have ever seen before, especially going all the way back to the Ralph Earnhardt days. He says, I can't wait when NASCAR comes to Mexico. Yeah, NASCAR is going to be running in Mexico City. Going to have all them Daniels amigos for old Suarez in attendance there, which should be really cool. But regardless, the heels pick up the victory. Bronson Reed returns, and he seemingly has joined Heyman's new group. That's the thing. Do we call it Heyman's group, or do we call it Seth's group? I don't know. Fun opener, though. You know, what was... Oh, let me see. Does Wikipedia have times? I didn't get times for these matches. Saturday night's main event. 2025. Let me see. Do we have times for the matches? Yes. So that match went 13 minutes and 10 seconds. The next match up was the Women's United States Championship match. Zelina Vega defending against Chelsea Green. That match went 5 minutes and 10 seconds. And boy, was it not good. Oh boy, was this not good. So Green started off hot by taking down Zelina with a clothesline. And then she pounced on her with some punches, followed by an Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Vega avoided a scoop slam from Green and took the momentum with an arm drag. She then went to go for a 619, and when she went to swing, her bottom leg hit the rope, and so it stopped her, but her top leg still swung around, and she kneed Chelsea in the face. Then, when she got that bottom knee untwisted in the ropes, her top knee went into Chelsea's face again. Chelsea busted nose. She's bleeding all out the nose like crazy. So action spills to the floor. Green grabbed Vega from the floor and dropped her hard with the powerbomb on the outside. Back in the ring. Oh, no. Yeah. So, they're fighting. Chelsea's all busted up. Alba Fire tries to cause the distraction. Niven then tries to cause the distraction. Vega then hits a code red off the middle rope. And pins her 1, 2, 3. There we go. Not much to the match. At all. Didn't care for it. Didn't like it. It sucked. I'll just say it right now. The match sucked. Hopefully Chelsea's okay. Haven't heard anything yet. Oh, we got some, I guess you would, I don't want to say old timers, but legends. There you go. That's right. We're legends in the building. Saw Jimmy Hart and Bushwhacker Luke. They were sitting in the front row. This is when they announced the Vikingo Chad Gable match, and Vikingo was there. So then we're going to break, and they say, next up, John Cena versus R-Truth. I'm like, oh boy, this should be interesting. So earlier in the day, Truth teased the photo of the John Cena Last Time Is Now, like original red t-shirt graphic, but with himself on it. And I posted it over where it said John and it said Ron. So it said Ron Cena. And as I'm going to pull this graphic up on the screen, we now know that is an actual shirt you can buy. Let's go here. This Truth wore this shirt. Why am I not seeing it? There we go. So Truth wore this shirt on the show tonight, dressed as John Cena and everything. And if you want to get that shirt, we're going to put a link in the description right now. Put a link in the live chat. Get your Ron Cena shirt now. Use that link to go get your very own Ron Cena shirt. We do not know how long they will have this shirt for sale. But yeah, use the link in the live chat or the description on YouTube, and you will be supporting us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited. You can use our link and you'll be supporting us at no extra cost. As far as the match does go, it only went 4 minutes. Cena, of course, entered to cheers despite being the heel. Truth then, so Cena's in the ring and he's like holding up the belt. And all of a sudden his music starts playing again. I start faded out. And it's Truth coming out spoofing Cena. Ron Truth. So Cena started the match off by hitting Truth from behind and went on the offense pretty early and quickly, ripping off the shirt. Champion attacked Truth in the corner and threw aside his earrings in disgust. Cena didn't waste any time, hitting his usual shoulder tackle, followed by a backdrop. There's a 5-knuckle shuffle that made no mistake as Cena looked for an attitude adjustment. Truth escaped that, though, and proceeded to give Cena a taste of his own medicine. 5-knuckle shuffle from Truth, followed with an AA on Cena. 1-2, Cena kicked out. Truth then applied the STF on Cena, but Cena escaped to the outside. A throw to the ring post at ringside by Cena to Truth gave him the opportunity to go and grab the WWE Championship. So, both men are back in the ring, and Cena's got the belt. Looking like he's going to use it, right? Looking like he's going to hold on like this. I don't know where my belt is. I got a toy belt around here that I could have used to show, but he's like this. He's got the belt, and then he goes, you know what? I shouldn't. And he hands it to the referee. And they're like, John Cena actually had a good change of judgment there. So the referee takes the belt, reaches over, goes to hand it back to get rid of it. And Cena goes to shake or grab Truth or whatever, and he, boom, low blows him just like a low blowed Cody Rhodes. Kicks him right in the yam bags, as Taz would say. So, kicks him low. AA pins him 1-2-3. Match went like 4 minutes and 15 seconds. What was it 4:25? Match went 4:25. Exactly what we expected. Cena would win, beat his ass. Truth maybe get in a move or two, and there we go. So I expected it to be only like 2 minutes, but hey, I'm cool with it. But with that, use our link in the description or the live chat right now and get your own Ron Cena shirt. Support us here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Excuse me. So then, backstage, Jey Uso's walking around or whatever, and he bumps into John Cena, and John's like, hey, been a while since we've seen each other. He's like, yeah, last time I saw you, John, I was throwing you out of the Royal Rumble to win it. John would then make reference to his match tonight, Logan's, that is. Or not Logan. Well, it's Challenger Logan, but Jay's match. He said, it'd be quite something if Logan Paul was to defeat you tonight for the title. Causing a scenario where I'm the world champion. I leave in December with the title, the real world championship. And the other one is on you call a YouTuber. Cena then told Uso that he'd be watching his defense pretty closely and can't wait till he sees him again in the ring. Which now we know is going to be in 2 weeks of Money in the Bank. So then we get this goddamn Jesse Ventura on commentary, and this motherfucker wouldn't shut up. Lillian Garcia is over here. The following contest is a steel cage match. The only way to win the match, and you got Jesse Ventura just and I get a message from Nick. And he's like, this goddamn Jesse Ventura won't shut up. He won't shut up. I'm going to just watch this whole match on mute. So, we got this cage match here. And Jesse Ventura's like, I don't know if this is a good idea for Drew McIntyre. He's a pretty handsome fella, and a cage match can really mess up your face. You know what I mean there, Cole? I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, as far as the match does go, McIntyre attacked Priest before he could enter the cage as he grabbed a pair of chairs, threw him into the ring, and they were just in the ring when the match started. They finally, got in the ring, the door closes, and this, that, and whatnot. And Jesse Ventura goes, back in the 80s, when Saturday Night's Main Event was on NBC, I don't think they would have allowed a cage match to be booked on these shows, not on television and all. And it's like, Weren't there two? Wasn't there like a Hogan Orndorff and I can't remember who the other one was, but there was a second Hogan cage match on a Saturday Night's Main Event. And I'm pretty sure that goddamn guy was on commentary for one, if not both of them. So, yeah. Anyways, the match starts off and they're fighting each other and they're going at it pretty hard. McIntyre takes a couple chops, counters a couple chops. Priest then fought back with the flatliner, followed by a kick to the face. South of Heaven attempt by Priest was blocked by McIntyre. Scotsman then avoided a running splash and took advantage by sending Priest face first into the cage 2 times as we go to a break. As they come back, McIntyre and Priest were duking it out, and both men were climbing the side of the cage. Priest blasted McIntyre with a kick, followed by a South of Heaven for a kind of close 2 call, like almost a 3. Priest tried to climb up to the top of the cage, but McIntyre grabbed him as he was about to climb over. McIntyre caught Priest and delivered a superplex, technically from the top rope. It looks cool because you think, oh my God, Priest is coming off the top of the cage. Oh my God. It ain't no higher than taking it off the top rope. It's actually easier this way because you're just really just sliding down and falling, taking an easier back bump instead of getting thrown up and over and having to take like a flip bump. You're more just falling off the top. I was told that before. It's actually easier taking this than a regular superplex because you're just falling instead of having to take a full flip bump kind of deal. Anyways, McIntyre caught Priest, like I said, and delivered him with a superplex. McIntyre set Priest up for a countdown Claymore 1-2. Priest kicked out. Both men were up on their feet. Priest and McIntyre exchanged strikes yet again. It was a hockey fight of sorts, I guess you would say. Priest got the upper hand and left him stunned with some martial arts strikes. McIntyre responded by delivering a South of Heaven on Priest and got a 2 off of it. McIntyre then looked at the chairs that were brought in the ring by himself and proceeded to put them to good use and used them to stop some strikes from Priest. McIntyre then attempted to hit a Claymore against the chair propped up in the corner, but Priest dodged at the last second. Priest then placed McIntyre's neck across the top of a chair and dropped it. Priest then delivered a South of Heaven and stunned McIntyre with it. With McIntyre out cold, Priest then laid his head on a chair. Priest then grabbed another chair and gave him a concerto that Michael Cole said he used to take out his old mentor, Edge, which he did. So, holy shit, this finish. Hits him, ka-chow, concerto, right? Drew is just not moving. He's laying there, just dead. Just dead, right? Dead. And Priest goes, they open the door for him. He starts walking, goes through the ropes, takes a step, second step. He's got 2 more steps. He's got to get the bottom step, get off of it. He wins the match. And Jesse Ventura goes, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? He's just going to walk out of the cage, Cole? Can't just walk out of the cage. Michael Cole goes, well, it's pinfall, submission, or escape the cage by any means. No, he can't do this. He's going to go over the top of the cage. And takes another step. Ventura's like, what is he doing? What is he? Takes the second step. Foot on the mats, foot on the floor. He wins, ding, ding, ding. And Ventura goes, that ain't right. That's the coward's way out. Just walking out of the cage while your opponent's just laying there. No, there's nothing to that. That's garbage. It's a coward's way of winning. And he totally buries McIntyre or Priest for winning. Because in my day, you had to go up and over. The door never opened. You had to go up and over to escape the cage. That's the real way. No. For a long time now, it's been go out the door. So they're showing Priest walking up the ramp and celebrating Ish and fucking this Jesse Ventura still shouldn't count. That's not right. He can't just walk out like that. Yeah, it should go over the cage. And so they're checking on McIntyre and they get him up and he sits up and he like tries to shove them away and you can tell like he's feeling weird. So we got an update on this. McIntyre actually stated in an interview that he went into this match injured. Like he's been hurting. And PWU Insider reported, quote, Drew McIntyre will be off TV for the foreseeable future. McIntyre has been working hurt for some time. Finished finished his current WWE dates tonight with his loss to Damian Priest at Saturday night's main event. The word backstage at the show was McIntyre will be taking an extended period off and is off TV going forward. While there's been talk of McIntyre landing a potential big Hollywood role for some time, this absence would not be related to that and is more about personal time off. So it's basically McIntyre's banged up and hurt and needs some time off to recuperate, so they're giving it to him, which he deserves. So we don't know how long he's going to be gone, when he's going to be back, and so forth, but we'll see Drew when Drew comes back. So in the show, it's the U.S. Express in the front row. Oh, Mike Rotunda and Barrow Windham. We return to Ventura and Tessitore discussing things about the Okerlund position, as they call it. As we then get a video package for the main event. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. This main event goes, last match went 12 minutes to 11:50. Call it 12, whatever. Jey versus Logan, 9:45, and it went right to the top of the hour. Like, they had no time. They almost missed Cody's announcement and challenge. Hot dang. Just dang cough. So, the match is pretty good. I thought Jey and Logan worked really well together. Which ain't going to be the last time we see them in the next couple of weeks together. Anyways. So the match started off with a lockup in the middle of the ring until Uso dropped Paul with a shoulder block. Paul caught Uso with an elbow strike, followed by a blockbuster on the world champion. As Uso powdered to the outside, Paul flew to the outside with a vaulting diving press as we go to a break about minute and a half into this match. When we return, Uso hit a running hip splash on a prone Paul in the corner. That was not enough, though, as he tried to go for the pin and didn't get it. Uso headed up top and looked for the splash, but Paul caught him and went for the pin. Uso was able to kick out of 2. Paul hoisted Uso up on his shoulders and dropped him with the forward roll. There was a springboard lion salt by Paul. It was met with a knee from Uso. Pop-up Samoan drop by Uso only got a 2 as Paul kicked out once more. Paul then held on for dear life to the second turnbuckle as Uso grabbed on and ripping the pad away as well. Uso then tried to go for a dive, but got met by a punch from Paul. The YouTuber tried to intimidate. Let me try not to cough again. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. So the so-called YouTuber tried to do his version of a buckshot lariat and intimidate the champion, but Uso intercepted it and hit him with a super kick. Uso attempted a spear, but he got sent into the exposed buckle instead, which allowed Paul to hit a right-hand punch. 1-2, Uso kicks out. Uso recovered and delivered a super kick, followed by a dive from the top rope. Just as Uso was going for the pin, 1-2, Cena appears and rips the referee out of the ring. He then jumps in and attacks Uso. So he pulls this ref out, and the ref's just dead. He didn't touch the ref anymore. Didn't hit him, didn't throw him, didn't do nothing to him. So this ref just couldn't get right back up. Didn't say any of this. Anyways. He's on Jey, and he's beating Jey. And Logan Paul's kind of like not really understanding what's going on. He's kind of like getting to his knees, and he's looking up to John like, what is going on? What the? John Cena's out here helping me? Huh? And then we hear, Cody Rhodes music hits. And the former WWE champion, the American Nightmare, runs down to the ring. Rhodes runs down. First time we've seen him since WrestleMania. Grabs John Cena and hits him with the crossroads, sending him to the outside. Paul then tried to sneak up on John, but it didn't work. Tried to hit him with the brass knucks. Uso instead hit him with a spear. Uso goes to the top. Uso splash. Ref is back. 1, 2, 3. We got about 90 seconds left in this show. Jey Uso wins, retains the title. John Cena, Logan Paul, they bail to the aisleway. Cody's like, oh, see them from the mouth. Give me a mic. Give me a mic. Hey, John. See, you got yourself a partner. So how about the two of you take on the two of us at Money in the Bank in a tag team match? And then the show goes off the air. So, that's it. I haven't seen WWE post a graphic or make it official, but they ain't going to make that challenge if the match ain't happening. Now, there is a rumor that it could become a 6-man with Travis Scott joining John's team, the Cena team, and maybe Jimmy Uso, joining the Cody team. But let's go social media and see if WWE's made this official yet. I haven't seen a graphic, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Go to their website really fast, WWE.com. Before I do that, let's get the poll going on Twitch really fast. What did you think of? What did you think of SNME? I liked it. It was all right. I didn't. If you are watching live on Twitch, the poll is now live. Oh, no. Ah, crap. I got to start a new poll. I accidentally started it and stopped it all at the same time. Sorry about that. What did you think of SNME? I liked it. It was all right. I didn't like it. All right. So there we go. Let's see if WWE's posted anything about this on their website. Not that I see. Men's Money in the Bank, Women's Money in the Bank. That's it. Okay. So not official yet, but they ain't making that challenge. That's how WWE is. They ain't making the challenge like that for the match not to happen. But overall, I thought the show was good. I liked it. I was entertained, except for the women's title match, the U.S. title match. But now you know what I thought of the show. Now it's time to hear what you guys thought of tonight's show. So let's go refresh these polls really fast. That one, and this one. So as far as the Threads poll does go, 60% liked the show, 29% thought it was just all right, and 11% didn't like the show. Looking at the Twitter X poll, 74% liked the show, 18% thought it was just all right, and 7% didn't like it. Looking at the community poll, 76% liked the show, 18% thought it was just all right, and 6% didn't like it. Looking at the live poll, 70% liked the show, 19% thought it was just all right, and 11% didn't like it. Finally, everybody that voted on Twitch liked the show. But that, guys, that's it. Quick, dirty, and easy. Saturday night's main event. Remember, we'll be back live tomorrow for AEW Double or Nothing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any sort of a Battleground review. Now, if there's any like big news coming out of Battleground tomorrow, I'll talk about it during the AEW review. But that's going to be a AEW-centric review for Double or Nothing. That's actually a pretty big show. With that, guys, have a great night. Tomorrow's not Memorial Day, that's Monday, but tomorrow is big day in racing. Start off Monaco F1. Then we go to Indy for the Indy 500. Then we go to Charlotte for the Coke 600. Have some fun. Cap it off with some pro wrestling. And there we go. A great Sunday. With that, guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your holiday weekend. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.